One of the things that's very important in putting together a good board is choosing people who can represent you, who have connections, who have knowledge of the other stakeholders. Today we heard in a much earlier session in the morning that there were 3 major outside stakeholders, or really customers of a university. There are the students themselves and their families. There is the state, there's the government requirements, and there are businesses. Every business in Poland is looking to hire your university students. Yet they don't necessarily know how to do that. They don't know where those students are that across all of your universities that could make a difference for them. Many of those business leaders would like to be introduced to your university before those students ever graduate, and take those students in and give them internship relationships during summers before they graduate, so that they can test them before they offer an employment contract to them. Research has shown that students that go through internships in universities during the summers in universities are much better employees when they come out, because they then can bring some of that knowledge back to their classroom in their education and seek to complement that so that when they graduate, they're better prepared. So good trustees, good board members can introduce you to those business leaders and help form those types of relationships with outside businesses and your university that can help you in many ways, many strategic ways in the years ahead, as well as all businesses work within political and regulated environments. Business leaders work with politicians all the time. Having that type of relationship is very helpful too. So I think that there are a lot of things that can take place with a governance structure that not only accepts board members, but really embraces them. The other piece of advice that I would give, so I think your alumni are absolutely essential, and that's the place to start. But I do think that the most important thing to do over the long term, and it takes a commitment, and it takes a belief that what you're doing now will make a difference 10 years from now and 20 years from now for your institution. And that is, you've got to change the way that you interact with your students to make them feel that they are there and they are receiving services and they're receiving an education which is a gift, which is not something that comes free. And even though doesn't cost them $1, that there's an investment of a lot of you, your lives, your time, your teaching, your expertise, the history of the school. There has been a tremendous investment to make that experience possible for them. And if they start to hear that from the beginning, when they walk in the doors of that school for the first time, and they can feel it in the culture, they will learn that when they leave, and they will be alumni who will in fact want to give back in the future.